and that the elites in our society set a better example for everyone. Mark Stone has been gauging reaction on the streets of Woolwich in southeast London, which was badly affected by last week's riots.
Woolwich, southeast London, last Monday night was wild. The police, by their own admission, never gained control of this frightening 6-hour rampage through the town. A week on, and it's calm. At what was the town's main pub, locals seemed to gather at all hours to record their disgust at what happened. Among those we spoke to, there was a tangible unity. Showing them today's speeches by both Mr Cameron and Mr Miliband prompted some strong views.
Everything there is what he assumes from what he sees in the media and what he sees from the government. He needs to get on the streets.
And Ed Miliband makes a really good point in my eyes. He talks about MPs filling expenses, taking all taxpayers' money, people on tax loans, things like that. It's a problem that comes from the top down. It's not one class, it's not one creed, not one colour.
They broke down shops that never had shutters, managed to get the mannequins and used those to break the shutters down on other shops.
23-year-old Danny Mercer contacted me last week, frustrated that his town appeared to have been ignored by the media and desperate along with his friends to explain what he saw and what he thinks has gone wrong.
The police were letting it happen and they just copycated, and that's all it was. That was the only, and it wasn't even about greed, it wasn't about poverty, it was just boredom and a fad, and that's all it was. I'm a recruitment manager. I get people apply to me for jobs. They don't know how to write a letter. They don't know how to write a CV. We need this invested in right from the get-go. At school. This is it. This is it. You know, what's going on? That our schools are turning out people that want to go and do this, that feel that they have no hope.
Some people say that they have a lot of anger in them because of what happens in their lives, but there isn't enough facilities like boxing places. There isn't enough places for them to go to release that anger, because it just builds up more and more and more and causes this. They just start to go out with their friends, do some rioting.
With that, I mean, what I would say to Cameron is please bear in mind what these cuts are doing to society. Taking away EMAs, putting up tuition fees, you know, all of this stuff is contributing.
Woolwich is just one community, not only here in London, but across the country, that has experienced really at least one night of horrendous violence, and yet they don't really feel that they got the coverage that they wanted, that they deserved. And you only need to spend 1-2 hours here and you really get so many different people who want to express their view, not only their outrage at what happened, but what they think the government should be doing to put things right. And here at least they don't believe they're being listened to, despite having plenty to say. Mark Stone, Sky News in southeast London.
We can see what the Prime Minister has to say at 10 o'clock here on Sky News HD. That's when his speech will be, and then at 10:30 we'll bring you the Labour leader Ed Miliband's speech as well. 3 men